My computer. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Most Accurate Podcast. I am your host, Jennifer Akins, joined by Justin Edwards, as always, every Tuesday for the streaming show. We are careening into week 4. I don't know
1 month in.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I hear some weird feedback here. I don't know if it's fast or slow, but we are in week 4. Whether we like it or not, in whatever direction you feel like, if it's going fast or slow, we are in week 4. Week 3
probably depends on your record, to be honest.
Right. Yes, from a fantasy perspective, absolutely. If you're struggling, you are happy it's only week 4 because there's still time to turn it around. Allegedly. Weird week last week. A lot of weirdness, right? I mean, It was unfortunately a lot of it coming from the kicker realm, which we don't like to see.
Right. Was it 4, 6 blocked kicks? How many was it?
I mean, yeah, like special teams was just a mess across the league. But luckily not a ton of that. Well, some of it did affect, I guess, us here in the fantasy world. All right. Should we get into it? Anything else you'd like to say introduction wise?
No. I luckily my Bengals got stomped really early, so I got to switch to red zone like real early in the afternoon.
Oh wow, you still actually watch a full game, huh?
Sometimes I will.
Wow.
Not when the teams look like that.
I don't think I've watched a full game in years. I mean, well, island games, of course. But on Sunday, absolutely not.
Those condensed games on NFL Plus are fantastic. They're like 30 minutes long.
I am not familiar with the condensed. We'll have to talk about this after the show.
Okay. All right.
Let's get into it. Let's do a little quick recap from week 3. I had a good week there in the quarterback streaming realm, I will say. I had 3 out of 4 were good. We'll just throw Bryce Young out. He was quarterback 25. That's all you need to know about that. But Daniel Jones was quarterback 11 with 15.8 points. Mac Jones, quarterback 17 with 13.3. And my shining star, Mr. Sam Darnold, quarterback 9 with 16.9 points. So, I mean, 3 guys in the top, 17, 2 guys in the top 11. We'll take it.
Right. Absolutely take it. Tight ends were pretty good. They were super up and down. Chig Okonkwo and Brenton Strange tied for tight end 8 with 9.1 points. And then it went real downhill really quick. Jatavian Sanders was the tight end 37. He leaves with another freak injury. Someone landed on him. Not as bad as landing on his neck last year, but still not great. And then Cade Otton and Elijah Arroyo managed to both score 0. So we had 2 top 10 guys and then 2 guys who you would have been better off just leaving completely empty.
0 is pretty impressive to do, right, to be honest. And I actually had one of those in the kicking realm as well. We'll just get him out of the way. Parker scored a big fat goose egg as well. But kicking wasn't awful. Jason Myers was tied for kicker 2. And then we had Matt Prater at kicker 17, not great. And Brandon McManus, not great either, at kicker 23. It is what it is, right?
My defenses were pretty good, better than the tight ends at least. The Colts were the defense 4 against the Titans. The Seahawks were defense 7 against the Saints. And the Bucks were the defense 3 against the Jets. And then the Cowboys scored 0 points. So they were the defense 31. But we got 3 top 7 defenses. So I'll take the goose egg.
And scoring a 0 in defense is difficult as well. Like not one play worth anything.
I know, right? They got stomped by the Bears of all teams. So.
All right, moving on. Before we get to this week, of course, we have Weird Sport of the Week. And this week we have a listener submission for Weird Sport of the Week. I will say this. We welcome listener submissions for Weird Sport of the Week because I have been fishing for these for years now, and we're getting to the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
actually, there really is. There's no bottom. I mean, there's weird sports all around the world, and we will continue to do them as long as they are provided and as long as we can find them. But Our listener Ross Mooring sent in a submission for Weird Sport of the Week. It is the Stinging Nettle World Championships. So it takes place at the Bottle Inn in Dorset, which is in southwest England. Okay, so basically you eat leaves from 2-foot stalks of stinging nettles for 1 full hour. And at the end, the stalks are counted. This past year, which it happened in July of 2025, the men's winner had 75 feet of stinging nettles eaten, and the women's winner had 68 feet of stinging nettles. I will say this, stinging nettles are actually very good for you. They reduce inflammation, they lower your blood pressure, they help with your prostate, but you're supposed to soak them first and like put them in capsules and stuff. Up, eat them. They are called stinging nettles, I would assume, because they don't feel good going down when you eat them. I don't know.
I'm seeing some of these faces. They don't look particularly happy. The tongues are all very black.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just, yeah, you're supposed to soak them and put them in things like like capsules and powders and such.
In a tea, maybe?
Yes, exactly. So eating them, probably not something I would advise. However, and I saw one of the pictures, I wish we could pull it up. The trophy was like this big. Like it's, I don't know. Hopefully they win something, maybe some cash. I would hope.
It should be 2 foot long, like the nettle.
Yes, a 2 foot long trophy with, yeah. I mean, I would think there's some sort of a hearty prize for abusing your mouth and throat like that and digestive system. Yeah, but you know, England has some weird sports, Ross. But thank you for the submission. We do appreciate it. I will not be participating in the Stinging Nettle championships or even, you know, any kind of eating.
I don't think I'll be messing with this one either.
Nettle. All right. I guess let's move on to what people came here for, and that is streamers of the week. You know what? Let's take a question here from Ken. He's a longtime listener, first time watcher. Welcome, Ken, to looking at our faces as opposed to just listening to us. Should I be blowing? This is a question for Justin.
Absolutely.
Should I be blowing 80% of my fab on Trey Benson? Justin is a famous blower of fab. So, yeah, Justin will advise you to blow all 100%.
Yes, I will. 100%.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if 80% is necessary. I think Trey Benson is obviously a very good pickup. Some of us, like myself, drafted him because I'm a fan. So I'm very happy that I have him there. However, yeah, I mean, if you think it's going to take 80% to get him, then go for it. I like to save some of my fab. No, Lee, we did not do kickers yet. That's the end of the show. All right, Lonely Stoner, we'll get to you in a minute. Let's get to some quarterback stuff first.
Let's do it.
Okay. So my first quarterback streamer this week is Geno Smith. He is at home against the Bears, and he is only 29% rostered at the moment. Geno Smith is coming off a QB4 performance against Washington. He threw for 289 yards and 3 touchdowns last week. The Bears have some serious quarterback injury issues. So they're not as strong as they could be, per se. They've allowed 8 passing touchdowns so far this year, which is the most in the NFL. So I think Geno's a good call this week. I think he's the best call this week. I unfortunately made a very dumb decision and sat Geno for Jake Browning last week, which was not very smart. I will say this, I still won. I should not have with that bonehead move, but I did still win that matchup. All right, moving on to second guy I have here is Sam Darnold. He is on the road against the Cardinals. He is 19% rostered. Sam Darnold is sporting a 70.3 completion rate right now, which is 7th in the NFL. Arizona is actually allowing the 3rd most passing yards so far this season per game in the NFL. And they faced Spencer Rattler, Mac Jones, and Bryce Young. So they're allowing that much to those 3. Darnold's coming off a good week. We fire him up as well. Justin, you're on mute or your audio's not working.
No, I'm definitely on mute. Okay. I was just agreeing with you. I was saying Darnold could have had even better week last week if they didn't bench him so early.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. And he was, as we know, we talked about him. He was a streamer for sure. Okay, it gets gross after those two. So hopefully you can get those two. Third guy is Matt Stafford against the Colts. They're at home, which is nice, but he's 31% rostered. I mean, the Colts have a legit offense, right? As we've seen, they're 3-0. Stafford may need to throw a lot to keep up with it. That's kind of all the positive I can really say there. Because Indy has been tough against quarterbacks. They did allow Bo Nix to score 20.2 fantasy points, but he's the only guy that even got out of single digits so far this season. So Matthew Stafford is an option. They'll probably have to throw a lot. So the fourth option is pretty gross. So yeah, hold your nose / throw up mouth, whatever you want to say there. But he's on the road. He's on the road in Ireland. I guess everyone's on the road.
A deep road.
A
very far away road.
Yeah, they're playing against the Steelers in Ireland. I guess they're considered the away team, but whatever. I mean, they're both in Ireland. So I will say this: the Steelers, for who they are, right, defensively, have actually allowed some like legit fantasy points this season.
Yeah.
Justin Fields put up 29.5 in week 1. Sam Darnold put up 15.8 in week 2. And Drake May put up 19.2 last week. So they're permeable there. So Carson Wentz is your fourth guy. Wrap up. We got Geno and Sam, a little bit of a decent tier ahead. And then we got Stafford and Wentz. And no, this is not like 2018 or something, but Stafford and Wentz in the mix. So there you go. There's my quarterbacks. Justin, anything to add?
I kind of really dig Wentz this week. I'd rather have Geno, but I mean, right. he gets Jordan Addison back, and like you said, the Steelers have not quite looked like the Steelers, at least not yet.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see what we have. I'm Lonely Stoner. What do you have here? Oh, hold on. I forgot to pull the other one off. See, I'm not good with this whole putting the comments on. That should be your job. Okay. PPR rest of season, Flowers or London?
We finally saw kind of a down game from Flowers yesterday. I still probably would rather have Flowers.
Yeah, I think Flowers is just, he's definitely on the better team. And I don't know. We don't know if we're going to get Penix or Kirk Cousins. Like, I don't know what they're going to do there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say Flowers. Okay. Let's give you one. Let's see your next question here. God, you guys are still writing 12-man, even though I yell at you every week. There's women that play fantasy football, people. Okay. 12-person PPR, Hampton and Kincaid are on the blocks, same team. Who should I trade? You have Chase, London, Jason, Flowers, Waddle. A whole lot. Well, Hampton, with Najee going down, I
trade Kyron Williams for Hampton and Kincaid.
Okay.
Trade Evan Ingram and Kyron Williams for Hampton and Kincaid.
Yeah, I would get rid of Evan Ingram as well if that were me.
Because Hendo is going to start seeing a lot more snaps after the entire team fumbled on Sunday.
Yeah, I actually put Ramondre in my drop article. Gasp.
Oh, did you?
I did. You know what? It's time to start swinging. I can't continue
go for it.
Yeah, like he's has to be in the doghouse. He had 2 crucial fumbles.
He had like 7 fumbles last year.
Yeah. He led the league in fumbles last year. So yeah, we like it. I would go. Yeah, I think you, considering is your only tight end Ingram. Yeah, I'd go for Kincaid there too as well. So yeah, we like it. Do it. Okay. Tight ends. Speaking of, go for it.
Tight ends. Decent week last week, as we said, and we're just gonna run it directly back because there are 20 tight ends that are owned or rostered in 40% or more leagues. So we're going right back to it with Brenton Strange, who is 25% rostered. He ranks just 14th at the position with 0.21 targets per outrun, but he does have 19 targets on the year, which just kind of shows how often he's out there and how many routes they're running. The wide receiver 2, or even the number 2 pass catching role behind Brian Thomas Jr. and kind of even including Brian Thomas Jr. hasn't been very consistent this year. They get the 49ers, who have had a good defense, obviously, but they had a rash of injuries on defense, on the defensive line, and even specifically Nick Bosa tearing his ACL for the second time in the last half decade. So Strange there, available in 75% of leagues. And then once again, our number 2 tight end is Chig Okonkwo. He gets the Texans. He has ran a route on 2/3 of their dropbacks this season. He has a 16.2% target share, which is the 12th highest at the tight end position. If we can get Cam Ward to break out of his 54% completion rate shell, it would probably do a lot to continue the ball moving, and then maybe we could see Okonkwo actually find the end zone. He is available still in 69% of Yahoo leagues. And then it gets
nice. Sorry.
Yes, nice.
I mean,
and then it gets real deep, real fast. Who do I even lead with? They're all gross. It's disgusting. Let's start with Dalton Schultz, who's actually at least gotten targets. He had his most productive game to date on Sunday. They play Sunday, which was 39 yards. That's the most yards he's had this season.
Offense is so ugly.
I know.
It's just, yeah.
The good news for Schultz, if you had to go this deep, is that Christian Kirk didn't necessarily box him out of the box score. He was still used. And then that rotation of Jaden Higgins, Xavier Hutchinson, and Jalen Noel is kind of just not producing at the moment. Yeah. The Titans have allowed the 6th highest EPA per target to the tight end position, which is nice if Schultz continues to get those 5 or 6 targets. And Schultz is available in 81% of leagues. The last 2 here, Cade Otton, he just gave us a goose egg. I would suggest not playing him unless you have to, but we just got news that Mike Evans is indeed out this week and is probably out for a few weeks. So it will be Emeka Egbuka and possibly Chris Godwin, maybe on a snap count, and then Sterling Shepard and Ryan Miller. So, yeah, we'll go back to Cade Otton if you have to go that deep. And if you want to go even deeper, Oronde Gadsden is 0% rostered on Yahoo, but I usually just say 1% because someone will say, my league. He's
yeah.
He was healthy and active the first 2 weeks. Will Dissly missed week 3, so Gadsden got some time. He ran 47% of his routes from the slot. He had 7 targets. 2 of those targets were red zone targets. One of those red zone targets was in the end zone. He got 46 yards, which is actually more than Cade Otton or Dalton Schultz could manage. So maybe more of a stash, or if you just have a super deep league or a tight end premium league, Oronde Gadsden is available in 99 to 100% of Yahoo leagues.
It's crazy to me. Like, I know that this is not new, right? That like I'm old and that people that I grew up watching's children are in the league, but like,
right.
Like that's my I grew up a Dolphin fan. Like Oronde Gadsden is like my childhood, and the fact that his child is now in the league is just something.
You gotta go at him.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. Would you like to wrap it up in a nice little bow?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
Brenton Strange, Chig Okonkwo. Go stream them again if you can. If you can't, then you can dive into Dalton Schultz, Oronde Gadsden, or Cade Otton. The bottom 3 are all available in at least 80% of Yahoo leagues. The top 2 are a nice 69%.
All right. Looks good. A little gross, but
it's gross.
Such as tight end, right? The story, it's like the same every year. We have these grand illusions during the off season of tight end being deeper and better. And it just never is. It just never is. And that's just how it is. All right. So moving on to Cam Daddy. Would y'all trade Dobbins for Devonta Smith and Aaron Jones? Half PPR, 10 person. Wide receivers are Ladd, Terry, Goldenworthy, Godwin. Running backs are Barkley, JT, and Kyron.
It's fine. Are you going to start Devonta Smith over
Ladd, Terry, or you may start him over Golden.
Maybe.
Well, Worthy's coming back. He has
I
a
would
chance.
imagine Aaron Jones is probably out until week 7 with JJ McCarthy because
Yeah.
they're on a bye week after this little vacation they're on in week 6.
And Worthy can return. It has or is possibly returning this week.
Yeah, right.
Maybe next.
I mean, I guess it's fine just because you're not starting Dobbins over Barkley, JT, or Williams.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you feel like you need the wide receiver help, I don't hate it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Alex, 1 and 2 struggling at wide receiver. Should I trade Rice for DK and JMO?
Yeah.
I mean, without knowing the rest of your team, yeah, I would. I mean, if you're struggling,
if you're struggling enough that you need like that much depth, I would just go for it now. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to do you any. Wow, sorry. It's not going to do you any good to get Rashee Rice back in 3 or 4 weeks, and you're like 1 and 5.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, if you're 1 and 2, you need to make some moves, and I don't think that's gonna. Like, I don't think you're gonna regret that, right?
Right.
I mean, it's not that kind of a move where you're panic trading. I think it's totally fine. Okay, let's see. I'll do kickers real quick, and then we will get back to some questions here.
Let's do it.
Because kickers is quick, and no one cares but me. Actually, and Lee Ving.
I care that you care.
Thank you. And Lee Ving cares, which is great. Okay, so we are going back to the well with Matt Prater again. We just have to. The process leads us there. I mean, okay, the Bills are playing the Saints, right? I mean, that's really all you need to say, but I will keep going. They are 12.5-point favorites, which is the highest on the slate. And their team total is 32.5, which is also the highest on the slate. So
that'll do.
Yeah, Matt Prater is 36% rostered. I thought this week he would not be streaming eligible, but he's still hanging in there. I suspect that by next week he will be off the list here. But we're going back to the well with him. He didn't have a fantastic week last week, but he did end up kicking the game winner against Miami there for Buffalo. But okay, second guy we have is Brandon McManus. Again, I think he's been on every week so far, but they're on the road in Dallas in Jerry World there. He's only 14% rostered. The Packers are favored by a touchdown, and they have a 27.25 team total. So there should be plenty of opportunity for McManus to add some points to your roster. Third guy on the list is Joshua Carty of the Rams. Like I said earlier when I was talking about Stafford, they're at home against Indy. Carty is only 5% rostered. They are favored by 3.5 with a 26.5 team total. So I think this might be shootout-esque, or at least, I think the Rams are going to have to try to keep up with whatever Daniel Jones seems to be figured out and doing there for the Colts. So he's my third option. Fourth option is kind of fun. Someone new, fresh to the podcast. Eddie Pinheiro. Actually, my final two are fresh to the podcast. Eddie Pinheiro, or Pinheiro, yeah, whatever. Him against the Jags. They're at home. He is, by the way, playing for San Francisco now, in case people don't know that or think.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, actually. Exactly. In case you think he's still with Carolina or other. He replaced the waived Jake Moody. So he is the kicker there for the Niners. He is only 1% rostered. So he's out there for 99% of you. The Niners are 3.5-point favorites at home against the Jags, and they have a 25.25 team total. So yes, the Niners are, weapon or whatever, devoid of some of their best weapons, including quarterback, but I think they're going to be fine against the Jags. And I think Eddie Pinheiro is going to have plenty of chances to add some points for you. And then the fifth guy is a bonus. This is the truly desperate, but kind of fun, just because I don't think I've ever had him on a streaming article. And that's Andres Borregales. He is in New England, for those of you that don't know. And they are playing at home also against the Panthers. And he is 0% rostered. So in those large leagues, if you're in a 14-16 and for some reason people hoard kickers and there's no one else, he's there. The Patriots are 5.5-point favorites with a 24.5 team total. So there you go. You got Prater, McManus, Cardi, Pinheiro, and Borregales as your 5 streamers for week 4.
Speaking
Any
of being,
thoughts?
yes, I have a great thought about also being old. This final kicker here made me think of Andres Galarragas.
Yes. I almost
from like 25 years ago,
and
30
that
years ago.
It almost came out of my mouth as I was saying his name. So I'm right there with you. All right. Chad Dillon, let's see what you have here. No bench league. Ooh.
That's kind of sweet.
I don't know. I mean, it is and it's not. That's rough.
It would have to be like 14 teams or something for me.
$5 per transaction. That I'm anti paying for moves, but I do. The bench league is interesting. Anyway, would you drop Javonte for Omarion, and would you drop Marv for either Keenan, Johnston, or Pickens PPR?
I think I would do the first one. I don't know that I would jump on the second one. I know Marv's been terrible though, so I mean, I could be talking into it.
He kind of has been terrible, and Kyler has been kind of terrible. Pickens with Lamb out, is not not a horrible idea. I mean, it's temporary, but I think he's still going to be viable through. So of those 3, I would go with Pickens if you wanted to make that move. I don't hate it.
I think the last thing I read was they are not putting Lamb on IR, which means that he could still miss like 3 or 4 games.
Right. And as someone who has him on several rosters, I'm not loving that.
I played in my cash lineups in DFS this weekend. So all of those cash lineups didn't do anything.
That's rough. All right. So there's that. Toby, would you trade Jameson for Golden in full PPR? My other wide receivers are T-Mac, Keenan, Rashee Rice, and Christian Kirk.
I think it's probably fine, but I think you're probably going to get the same kind of production from Golden as you would have if you kept with JMO. Because Golden's going to have those down weeks too.
For sure.
So it's just up to you. I think I would probably rather have Jameson Williams, but I just really like Jameson Williams.
Yeah, and he's having a good year. I mean, yeah, that's tough. I, like Justin, prefer Jameson. I just don't trust Golden. I just don't trust that wide receiver room to be,
consistent.
I mean, they're perennial. Like it's always, it's different every week. I mean, which
is kind of what you get from JMO. So
yeah, that's a tough one because unfortunately, the rest of your wide receiver room are kind of all the same. Like they're going to have good weeks and then they're not. I mean, Rashee Rice, in theory should be solid when he comes back, but I don't know. He could be Wally pipped by Tyquan Thornton.
Look, I just wrote up Tyquan Thornton this morning.
I know, right? I did too. Listen, he and Mahomes have a little something, right?
Right. Look, that was a cool catch.
Yes. All right. So Justin and I are kind of on this, to be honest. It's not a smash situation, but we don't hate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Samuel. Who is a better pickup for the rest of season in PPR, Godwin or Pollard? Oh.
That's a super interesting one.
Yeah, and you just have different.
How are they both on your waiver wire?
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense unless you're trading. Neither of them should be. I mean, Godwin possibly. Pollard should definitely not be on your waiver wire.
Yeah, Tajay comes back next week, I think. But yeah, these are both really good. Pick them both up. I guess Godwin by like a hair, especially if Evans is going to miss. Like if Godwin gets it back up to 100% by like week 5 or 6. And he's getting like 12 targets a game or something. That's obviously hugely valuable.
I mean, it also, of course, depends on the rest of your roster, like which position you need more of, I would think as well. There. All right. He has another question here. Oops, wrong one. Okay. Barkley, Hall, Hampton, or Judkins, which one, if any, would you offer?
One for one trade.
Oh, 1-for-1 trade offer in PPR for Jefferson or Collins.
Whoa. I mean, the Judkins.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, yeah, you're not going to offer Barkley. I would not get rid of Barkley, especially with just running back the way it's going. He is healthy and good. Hall is coming on okay.
Yeah,
Hampton. I mean, obviously, I would offer Judkins.
I'd probably be fine with any of them outside of Barkley.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah, I think Hall is fine because I think he's going to, that offense is hit or miss right now. And Hampton, like, yes, the opportunity is absolutely there, but he hasn't been the most efficient yet. Like, we have to wait and see what happens when he actually has the full reins.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than Barkley, I think any of those are fine. And I would, I mean, I don't know if you're asking between Jefferson or Collins, but I would go with Jefferson. I mean, that offense just seems to be a little better right now. I mean, Collins is great, but unfortunately, CJ Stroud right now is not.
Right.
I mean, all right, let's get some defense first, and then we'll get back to a few questions.
All right, let's knock these defenses out. My top streamer of the week, there's a couple good ones, but the first one I'm going to read is the Jets in Miami. Tua has failed to hit 150 yards passing in 2 of his 3 games. He has 7 turnover-worthy passes, and he has taken 8 sacks. Jets are in a good spot. They are 87% available. The Commanders head to.
Did you just do math? Is that what
yes,
that? Yes,
that's what that.
I like, saw the math face.
The Commanders are heading to Atlanta, Georgia. The Falcons are coming off that 0-point performance, which was really probably the biggest shock of the week, honestly.
Yeah, it was rough.
Against the Panthers. The Commanders' DSD scored 9 against the Giants back in week 1 and 11 points in week 3 against the Raiders, including 5 sacks last week. They still haven't forced a turnover through 3 games, and they're still the DST 13. So a little turnover regression to the mean would do well for Washington, who are 82% available in Yahoo leagues. The Patriots invite the Panthers into the New England area. They are the defense 6 on the season, actually, the Patriots are, and they're still available in 85% of leagues. The Panthers hung a 30 burger last week, as we just said, but they still have some moving parts in the interior of their offensive line. And what's going on? Oh, the Panthers also forced 3 turnovers, which led to those 30 points. Bryce Young only threw for 121 yards in that 30-0 win on 5 yards per attempt, which is pretty much what he's been doing the rest of the year. And finally, if the Jets, Commanders, and Patriots are unavailable to you, the Rams do get the Colts. Daniel Jones has obviously looked fantastic. The Rams pass rush is probably the best pass rush he has seen to this point in the season. They have 12 sacks on the year, and they are the defense 8. They are available in 68% of Yahoo leagues. So Jets, Commanders, Patriots, and then if they're all unavailable, the Rams, and we'll see if we get a regression game out of Danny Dimes.
He's now Indiana Jones.
I hate it. I hate it.
I
know it's perfect, but it's
perfect, but it's not. Like it's I don't know. I just it doesn't like I get it, but we are like that's already somebody. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me.
I don't like it.
I need a nickname that's not like a famous movie franchise or the name of like a character that Harrison Ford like it just doesn't.
I'm a cheese ball, but it's too much cheese.
It doesn't work for me. I'm with you. It's just there's something about it that just it rubs me the wrong way. I don't like it. Okay, there's that. Let's answer a few more questions. We like Ken because Ken likes Kicker Talk. So welcome, Ken. We're glad you're here, and we're glad. And Lee. Well, yeah, but we mentioned Lee already. Okay, Jordan. Let's see here. Should I trade Keenan Allen and Juwan Johnson for Pickens and Fannin? I like that actually.
Yeah. I think Juwan and Fannin are probably pretty similar in their production for the rest of the year, honestly.
And I think you're getting an upgrade in Pickens. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Allen has definitely had his moments, but there's more weaponry for Justin Herbert than there is for Dak Prescott, especially right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I like that trade, Jordan. Go for it. All right, Kilgard. 0-3 with struggling wide receivers, Ridley, McLaurin, Coleman. Do I take the bait and take Tucker or grab Godwin off
Oh.
waivers?
Oh man, Trey Tucker could just put up 0 any week now.
I know, it's rough.
Oh, I mean, would you start Trey Tucker? I guess I'm asking you, Jen. Would you start Trey Tucker
over those
over
three?
Keon Coleman?
I was going to say not over the first two, but I would take a hard look at the matchup and possibly start Trey Tucker over Coleman.
Yeah, I don't even remember I just read it off. Who are the Raiders playing? Who's Geno playing?
Yeah, I've got it. Hold on. Bears, Chicago. It's Tuesday morning, people.
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
Sometimes I have a little cheat sheet pulled up, but I do not have it.
It's the Bears.
Oh, I mean, I feel like I'd rather have Godwin, but I understand where you're coming from, Kilgard. Like, you're 0-3. What good is Godwin to you if you can't start him right now? Yeah. If you have like super deep running back depth, maybe you can see if you can grab someone off somewhere else. I don't love this receiving core, and obviously you don't either. That's why you're asking the question. Yeah, I don't know that I would trust starting Trey Tucker over Keon Coleman. So I would probably just still take Chris Godwin and not start him.
Take Godwin and then try. I mean, we don't know who you have at running back, but try to move because running back is ugly. Like there's people out there that might take a good RB2 and give you, a wide receiver 2 in return.
Cody Myers.
Yeah. Or someone of that ilk. All right. Let's move on a little bit. Toby, kicker question. Loop or Pinheiro rest of season? Ooh. God, that's a great question because Tyler Loop, obviously, he's in a great spot, right? I mean, the Ravens are going to score points. Pinheiro, same bit. Purdy's going to be back. I don't know, man. I like them both. It really would have to depend on here. Let me take a brief sec and look at the schedule because I do have the hotspot thing pulled up. All right, Pinheiro has a pretty nice. I mean, this is all last year's data, but Pinheiro has a decent schedule, and Loop does as well. Okay, if we look at like end of season, like playoffs, Pinheiro has a tougher schedule at the end, so maybe Loop, but I do like them both. Yeah, I go Loop by a hair. Loop by a hair. Last question from Calvo. Should I trade Trey Benson for Egbuka?
I probably would.
I mean, it depends on what you need as far as your roster goes. But yeah, I mean, Egbuka is in a very nice spot. But then they get Godwin back, and Evans will be back as well. But yeah, I think it just depends on what you need. Justin, you would straight up regardless of anything else?
I think I probably straight up would.
Okay.
Especially if they need any sort of wide receiver help, because Benson was, I'm assuming, sitting on their bench, so they get a free bench spot to upgrade one of their wide receivers.
Yeah, if you're set at running back, go for it. All right, Kilgard, you get one more in before the end here. This is the last one.
This is from the 0-3 struggling.
Oh, okay. This is just your team. I gotcha. Saquon, Hubbard, Corum, double flex. So I usually run 2 and 4. Butte, Franklin, Tillman, Golden. Huh. Okay.
Interesting. Golden on the. I'd probably rather be playing Golden than
Trey Tucker,
Coleman, or Trey Tucker.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, I know we didn't just give Golden his flowers, but he still can be boomer.
But when you're right, but when you're comparing to Trey Tucker,
yeah.
I'm
taking Godwin in that situation.
Yeah, I think Tucker's a little bit of fool's gold right now, but he may not be. We'll see.
Come back to us next week when he scores 2 more touchdowns.
I know, right? Well, listen, between Brock and Myers, we don't know how much. I don't know. I mean, Geno had a really good week last week, but then he had a really bad one the week before. So Geno's up and down. Those guys are going to be up and down. That's just the nature of the beast, right? All right. That's it. Justin, any final thoughts?
No, all right. Good luck out there, everyone.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us. We will see you next Tuesday, same time, same channel, I guess. In the meantime, I don't know. Go to 444 and read all the stuff that Justin and I have up there, and the rest of our wonderful writers, podcasters, contractors, etc. We will see you guys later.